one will be asking a major question, Mr. Igini, that this large percentage have been collected in places that insurgency has really eaten deep into the fabric of the society, more than places that have relative peace like Lagos, Rivers, and Kaduna or Anambra State. Why?
Well, that's the report as given. And people have been wondering on that question. You see, as a people, as a nation, whatever we want to make of our country is clearly in our hands. The system that the regime we are bringing on board is something that has worked in other parts of the world. We're fortunate to be part of the team to South Korea to see how it happened there. Of course, let us not talk about the US. We were also there during Obama's election. In Ghana, it has worked. In Kenya, in March, we were also there. It has worked. What is the problem with our country? We are going for elections. It will look as if we are going for war. Why should that be so? The procedure we have put in place, we are working to enthrone a sustainable electoral process for this country. There are people who are trying to also subvert that process, because during the distribution exercise, the rule was that there must be what we call a distribution register, and that nobody must collect in proxy. In practice, in some places, people collected in proxy. And here is the danger of what we have done. I have reserved, because I have campaigned over and again that people should not do this. There will be consequence. That consequence, I will not say today, is after the election. Because those who have done this, surely they are going to meet their Waterloo on election day.
What exactly?
But I'm not going to say that here, because we have won. What is the first consequence? As I demonstrated to you a while ago, Seun Okibaloye, how should somebody expect that on election day, I should be in possession of your PVC? Apart from that, people collected in proxy. Besides that, people were snatching PVC. In Edo State, about 6,000 were snatched. In Cross River, I had to proceed against a postgraduate student to be arraigned because of a similar incident. Now, the problem is this. If you collect somebody's SPVC, you cannot use it. You cannot use it.
So
because of that, we are going to deny those people.
Theft of it is just a waste of time.
It's a waste of time. In fact, that was why theoretically I said in Benin that, look, don't bother yourself going to break an entry. I will park all the PVC at Raman Park or at Ring Road. If you don't go there and pick your own PVC, except you go there and pick your own PVC, that's the only way we can work with you. Don't ever, you see, I said in one of the interviews that the Commission, Nigeria, we are moving towards embracing the broad outline of the 21st century in terms of the electoral process. But some members of the political class, they are still in the analog era. They are still behind, because what they are trying to do was the old procedure, old process, where we're using ordinary paper voter ID, where you just write your name with biro. On election day, a traditional ruler, a politician, a district head, we will house all the cards, voters' card. Then, a day before election, they will start distributing.
All right.
Now, but with the card reader, which is the most important thing here, is that with your PVC, whatever happens, you cannot bypass the card reader at the polling unit. As every successful accredited individual is recorded, unsuccessful is recorded, and once you are through, it's going to send information to the central server. The presiding officer no longer has a monopoly of the transaction at the polling unit anymore. Because when the vote had closed, the poll has closed, ballot paper sorted, counted, and declared, and the appropriate entries made, when the presiding officer goes to the collation center, the first thing that will be required from him, the collation officer will request from him, is the card reader. Evidence of the use of the card reader at the polling unit.
What if this is stolen?
There's no result. There will be no result. So, I mean, it's like stealing the band of a drum of a community. Where are you going to beat it?
No, but if it's stolen, that means you have stopped the process in that particular.
First and foremost, in all polling units, there will be security personnel at every polling unit.
With arms?
No. At the polling unit, arm-bearing security men are not supposed to be there. And we have never seen anywhere, as you can see here, this is going to be the polling unit. In the polling unit, you are going to see from their interagency consultative committee on election security, you are going to see non-armed bearing security personnel, not only police, because all agencies will be here.
The green circle is a polling unit.
It's a polling unit.
What of the blue?
No, now the blue,
one?
Yeah, the outer one. Yeah. That's why we are going to see mobile policemen.
The outermost now.
Yes, we are going to see maybe military men patrolling.
So we are still going to have military men.
Yes, of course. Look,
what of the police?
Yes.
We thought
now, listen. The police will not even be enough at the polling unit. Don't forget that we have interagency consultative committee on election security, made up of police, which is the primary institution, and all other agencies, making submission, as we have done also in Edo State. Now, at the polling unit, you are going to be having no less than 3 at the polling units. They don't bear arms, and nobody can say that in all the elections conducted at that point. But for politicians who are thinking of bringing talks and all that, where you are doing the election here, where we have all the civilian, the electorate queued up here.
At the green circle?
Yes, it's only police, non-bearing arms that will be there. But you will normally see, of course, it's common knowledge, you will normally see, mobile policemen, military, being in strategic points.
So that means that the larger the circle, the more the possibility of seeing arms.
No, what is clear is this. This is the polling unit.
15 meters away, you can see arms.
So, but where election is taking place, where we have the
process itself happening,
you don't have that at all.
Okay.
And this is not new. In all the elections conducted, it has already been.
Because some of the fears are that when you see the mentality, the psyche of an average voter is when you see an operative bearing arms, it gives you that tendency of fear.
But what we are saying that where we are going to see that is not at the polling unit.
But you are far away from that. Go through the outermost circle to get into the...
No, that's not correct. We are talking far away. For example, if you are talking from toll gates here, we are talking about soldiers be at the toll gates here. They are not going to be part of the, the area very close to where election is taking place.
We hope it doesn't happen.
This is also not new. It is also not new.
Because some people are clamoring. Mr. Again, just a moment. Some people are clamoring that in our laws, some of which you've quoted, it states and clearly that the work and the prerogative of the police is to safeguard the electoral process, not for the military.
No, that's what
the military statutorily are supposed to guard our territory.
Don't also forget.
No, true or false, Mr. Igini, so that Nigerians can get it right.
Listen.
No. Let's make it right.
Let me make it right.
Hold on 1 minute.
Okay, go ahead.
True or false? The military are supposed to, you are a lawyer, the military are supposed to guard our territory.
Territorial integrity.
Exactly, but not for electoral process.
At the moment, the insurgency, the security challenges we also have across the country, particularly if you go to the Niger Delta area, you see military, in strategic point once you are entering most of the major cities. All right? Now, what I've said here is not clearly new. Don't also forget that we have had situations where the political class will say, we have more confidence in this particular institution, we have more in this other one. In 2011, we were some of those who went to conduct election in Imo State. In the most difficult area, when we're going, police are already with us. But you will also see the security people, mounted along strategic places. But within where election takes place, You don't see.
All right, because the fear is that there are even more specialized team of the Nigerian police force that are fit for this role. Because the fear of Nigerians is that are we not misusing the military rank? Because their purpose, take for example, the insurgency fight, guarding our territorial integrity and all of that, they have been distracted from that. And being used for election gives them some level of distraction again.
Look at our interagency consultative committee on election security. It is made up of all police and other paramilitary agencies, not even the military. Right. But you all know, I mean, all elections we had in all parts of the country. You were on the election day, even in peacetime. Don't forget, all over the world, election day is one day that is more involving of all segments of society that any nation will embark on in peacetime, and that's the election period. Right. But in any case, those are a reflection of the kind of tendency we have in our country, because if you go to Ghana, if you go to other parts of the world, you don't even know, it's depends on anybody. You can go and cast your vote, go back to work. But ours is a kind of work in progress. We are just trying to build these institutions. It is the use to which they are put that's very, very important. All right, just hold the thought, Mr. Igini. I still have you. Mr. Igini is still going to show us how the card reader works. I just want you to stay calm and wait to hear this well. It's going to be interesting when he shows us that. But what Mr. Ajijola is telling us, some figures that are not so interesting. About 58 deaths that have been recorded, and some level of violence in about 22 states since the run-up to this election. Not interesting figure, but everyone has been saying we do not want anything like violence in this election. Well, I hope you are singing that same song. We go for a short break, and when we come back, we'll see talk more about the readiness of INEC and these polls. And what are you saying about these polls? Are you ready? We are asking INEC if he's also ready. Join us again.